Welcome to the Nick and Matt Show. Bringing the player interviews you want to hear and the hot topics you want to discuss. Streaming live on the Foundation Podcast YouTube channel, here's Nick and Matt.
There was an announcement made that you now officially have started something called the Paul Mcbeth Foundation. I'm just going to go ahead and give an intro video here, and then we can talk about that, okay? This was the video released with your press release, so here we go.
My name is Paul Mcbeth, five-time disc golf world champion and the founder of the Paul Mcbeth Foundation. I got into disc golf actually through my dad. He got into it and he kind of introduced it to me very young, but I didn't really pick up on it until about high school, so about 14. I remembered when I went out there with my dad, I would ride my bike, but I would see guys out there playing by themselves. You know, once I started playing, I realized like these people were actually out there practicing for something. First course I played was Huntington Beach Central Park, second ever disc golf course in the world. So it's got some history to it. I was fortunate enough to have a course like that close by within 5-10 minutes of my house. My first tournament was the 2005 Amateur World Championships in Flagstaff, Arizona. And I still to this day remember getting there and seeing so many kids there. Seeing so many juniors, seeing so many amateurs that are just doing it for essentially fun. They're not getting paid to be there. They're doing it, and the camaraderie of having all those other people their age or having someone to compete against at their skill level, so everyone almost has a chance to win. I think it's that competitive side that kind of gave me the idea of like, I want to do something like this one day, whether it's run a tournament like that or be able to provide to where I remember meeting kids from Colorado, from North Carolina, from out of the country, from Sweden, and I was 15, 14 years old. And it just has stuck with me ever since that this could be something to where someone that's 14 can go to the Junior Worlds and meet kids from 40 different countries in the future. I've been around this vision and this dream to start this foundation of getting disc golf in more places since I first started. First time I went to Europe was 2011. I was young. I was 20 years old, traveling with a convoy of other disc golfers from the U.S. But just seeing all the different terrain, all the different cultures, and all the different possibilities for disc golf. And that was back in 2011. So now we're in 2021. It's been 10 years since that experience, and I just want to be able to continue to push that envelope of there should be more countries with disc golf. Disc golf as a whole has given so much to me, and I want to be able to give that back to as many people as I can. And with the installation of disc golf courses through the Paul Mcbeth Foundation, I feel like that's my way to give back.
To me, the most important thing about the Paul Mcbeth Foundation is that the purpose isn't just to generically grow disc golf, but it's to reach folks that are in countries and in big cities where disc golf just isn't there at this point. The organization is going to be focused on putting disc golf in those areas where people either have very little or absolutely no access to the sport. One of the things that excites me is that perhaps the next Paul Mcbeth, the next five-time world champion, is in a country or in a city right now where they don't even know what disc golf is. The Paul Mcbeth Foundation is going to make sure that those folks have just as much a chance to experience the joys and benefits of disc golf as we do.
This is something I can't do by myself. Unlike competing where I'm out there playing by myself, this is something where we need your help. On the course, I represent Discraft, but off the course, I represent the whole sport of disc golf. So we need the help from anyone and everyone to fulfill our mission. We plan to start our first project in 2021 and are looking for partners to begin working on installing courses. For more information, you can visit our website.
All right, so that was pretty inspirational there. That's totally a cool launch. Let's just get right into it. The video mentioned you've had this vision for a long time. Where did the idea of this foundation start, and how did it evolve over the years? So maybe just dig in just a little bit to give us an intro to where this came from.
Yeah, so I have this notebook that I've written down a lot of ideas and a lot of goals that I had, and it's funny that the Paul Mcbeth Foundation. So that notebook goes all the way back to 2012 or 2013, as far as the one that I have here in this house. Oh no, the other house. Mm-hmm. But it was it's kind of just always been something that I mean, I have my roots are, what am I trying to say? My heritage is Mexican, so it's kind of like I've always wanted to play disc golf in Mexico. Like that's something that I've always wanted to do and kind of go, see my culture and things like that. But I've seen so many other ones. So it's kind of just started from there, because there's not many Mexicans in the sport as far as I know, especially at the elite level currently. So I don't know. I think just being a minority, that's kind of something that's been there since the beginning.
Cool. Thanks for sharing that.
So obviously you can't play disc golf for the full year and run this whole foundation by yourself. You said that in the video. You're looking for help because on the course you're representing Discraft, off the course you're representing disc golf itself. You need some help. You have people working. We just saw Doug Bjerkes is the co-chairman of the board of directors. Is it public knowledge yet who else you have helping you out with the foundation? Where is this all coming from? Who's running it?
Yeah, we have a lot of people helping out. You saw Doug Bjerkes there. Nate Heinel is going on, I believe, Smashbox tomorrow. So that's another one. So we have a lot of manufacturers, disc golf manufacturers actually represented with the Paul Mcbeth Foundation. So it's like I said, it's not just a Discraft thing. It's everyone. So that's kind of the awesome part is it's for the sport in general. It's not just benefiting myself with Discraft. It's we want everyone involved. So yeah, I don't know if I should name everyone. I didn't go over that. That's my bad for not going over that.
No. So that's perfect though. Nate Heinold is So Nate Heinold and Doug Bjerkes right now are the two known people who, and like Paul just said, Nate Heinold will also be speaking more about this tomorrow on Smashbox. What is, if you can explain it, what is Doug's role? Kind of sum it up really quick.
Doug's role. So I'm pretty sure it said chairman right there, or co-chairman. He pretty much handles everything. He pretty much, like, when we have meetings, he is like, all right, I'm leading the meeting. I got to make sure things pass. I got to make sure, we're voting on this and making sure everything is in order. And him and Nate share that role because, not sure if you know, but they run the two biggest tournaments in disc golf. So they are kind of busy, and luckily they're kind of staggered in those events. So they pretty much make this thing roll. So they are very important, and they are kind of the ones where if I have an idea, I'll go to them. If I need, if they need to tell me to do something, they're the ones that I listen to, and so yeah, two very important people in this.
The video did say the website, correct? And in the website, has it launched?
Yes, it is live. PaulMcBethFoundation.org. And I think what's on there live is kind of some of what our goals are, and then also I think there is merch on there, which, like I said, I'm underdressed. I have it outside, but
I could be wrong because I don't want to spill the beans completely, but I was given a little exclusive access to the website, and I want to make sure I'm not seeing something I shouldn't. But the team is listed on there. Your full team.
Okay, great.
Yep.
All right. So can you read it out?
Yeah. You got obviously yourself being the inspiration. Nate Heinold, co-chair. Doug Bjerkes, co-chair. Somebody, Brandon Hibbard, as a treasurer.
Yep, Brandon Hibbard. Yep.
Justin Alderman as a secretary.
Yep.
You have an advisory board member, Blake Iverson. And then your staff member, your executive director, is Dustin Leatherman. A name we've heard around. So.
No, that's it. Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
Good.
Just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure.
That's all the people I would have named.
Okay, great. I didn't want to spill the beans on something we shouldn't.
No, that's good.
Okay, good. So let me ask this question. We just talked about it. You signed a major deal in the sport, the prime of your career, or maybe not. Maybe your prime of your career is still in 5 years to come. Right. So why do you want to do this now? Was there significance to the time of this? What's the purpose of the now? Like, what brought it to this point?
I think we just got all the right people right now, and this is the time to do it. And it's actually great with all the diversity going on with PDGA and the world here today. So it kind of just all came together at this moment. It's not something that we had actually came together a lot faster than we anticipated. We started doing this last year, I would say late summer, early fall. And it came together really quick, way faster than we anticipated. We were actually thinking about launching in 2022 was our goal. And here we are, third month of 2021, and we're live. So everything came together so quick and honestly so perfect, and the team and the board, made this possible. They've been working so hard on this and everything. So, um, yeah, I mean, they're the ones that I have to thank for being able to have this live right now.
So one of the main mission statements that came about from that video is you want to put disc golf where disc golf isn't right now. What kind of led you into that? And I think Doug kind of hinted at it a little bit, saying, that next potential 5-time world champions out there in the world somewhere, who might have no idea what disc golf is right now. And then, yeah, pretty much why are you focusing on those areas?
I think I believe those are just kind of the underserved areas, the places that disc golf hasn't been. Got a dog in the room.
This is live television, everybody. So yeah, focusing
unfortunately,
on the
that dog is
places underserved. Yeah. So
yeah. So traveling, there's so many cities, big cities that we drive through and drive, kind of to, that don't have courses near them, and those are the densely populated areas that could have so much potential for the growth of disc golf, and just people that kind of just need that kind of outlet, which is kind of like what I needed at that time in my life. And then so many other countries that just might not have the resources, but we have them here, and we can donate those to certain countries and certain places around the world that might want disc golf and have seen it on YouTube and things like that, but just don't have the resources, or just some countries that just don't even know about disc golf yet, and could be a perfect situation for it. So, yep.
Do you have a potential timeline of, like you had said that you are Mexican and one of your things is you want to play disc golf in Mexico? Do you have an idea of when any of these projects, are there any projects in the work that you're allowed to talk about at the moment? What's going on with projects, the actual
projects? Yeah. Definitely want to go south of the border with one of them. And there's nothing set in stone 100% right now because of COVID and stuff like that. Like I do want to get down there ASAP, because we do have potential down there. We do have some areas that we're in contact with and have been talking to, but it's with COVID right now and travel restrictions, it's pretty difficult. But if it's possible, I will be going somewhere soon.
Yep.
So it's just finding the right time, and then finding the restrictions and seeing what happens. Because I know Mexico, for example, if I do go down there and test positive for COVID, I'm stuck down there for 2 weeks, and that's this year. It's kind of, with how tight the tournament schedule is, who knows what events those could be.
Yeah.
So it's finding the right time and finding, the right spot to be the first one. But 2021, we will have our first course installed with the Paul Mcbeth Foundation.
Very nice.
Very cool. So I feel like sometimes the nature of a talk show like this, it makes me feel like I'm asking questions that people are going to hate on me for. We'll talk about that later, asking these questions, or something came up last week. But I want to ask, and not to put you on the spot necessarily, but how are these efforts being supported? And it might seem obvious. You just signed a $10 million agreement. Your money's not your issue per se, but I guess, how can people get involved and support it? But like, do you need support? What does that look like? And how is this being funded?
Yeah, support is always needed, especially with the foundation. So the PaulMcbethFoundation.org. There's links there that you can donate. Volunteers are always greatly appreciated. And actually, in 2021, I'll be donating my entire earnings from the PDJ events. So anything I earn from a PDJ tournament will be donated to the Paul Mcbeth Foundation for 2021. So that's the first funding. And yeah, so
wow,
the better I play, the more money the foundation's going to get.
Yeah, for people who don't know, Paul has won 2 tournaments so far this year, one of which being an exhibition match that, let's say, for example, so $2,500 for that. He had just won the Memorial Championships. That was $4,700. And then I think you had made a little over $2,000 in Vegas. Oh, a little less. Excuse me. I think I forget exactly what the number was in Vegas, but at this point, you've already donated, anywhere from $7,000 to $9,000, depending on what the actual numbers are. But that's pretty incredible that throughout the whole year, and this is actually one of your busier disc golf seasons. You're playing almost upwards of 30 throughout the year.
Yeah, close to it, definitely. So, I mean, I'm playing for a bigger cause than just myself. So it's nice. It's a lot of fun. I'm not worried. I mean, I'm not worried about what the tournaments are paying. I'm not worried about the money. I just want to go out there and win because I know, I'm playing for more than just myself.
I don't want to say I'm speechless, but I think if I look back, and I've been playing for about 14 years myself, and if I look back at the state of disc golf, this is literally one of these moments where I thought that, okay, I'm trying to get the right words here. I thought the $10 million contract and being public was probably the biggest thing to date, and I think it is. But I think there's something also significantly as big here to hear a disc golfer, and it's kind of coming out as a joke out of my mouth, but to hear a disc golfer say, like, I'm not going to take any tournament winnings, that is a major cliche because that's what disc golfers need is the for the last 14 years, 15 years, 20, 30, 40 years. But to hear you say that, I mean, there's a lot of people in the chat right now saying respect to you, all this stuff. I think if I can have a moment to collect my thoughts and say something next week, I'll probably do that in the same regards to this content. That's just tremendous. I know children in underserved areas, other countries, obviously are going to really benefit from this. So, is there anything we missed that you think would be relevant, or do you just want to send people to the website? They can follow you on Instagram. There's a foundation there, and maybe Facebook. Where should they go?
Definitely the Paul Mcbeth Foundation, Instagram. I think we'll be dropping a lot of pictures and keeping up with projects and things like that, and videos and yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll be very active. And I think the YouTube channel dropped as well. But you can find all this information at paulmcbethfoundation.org. They'll have all the links and all that to find it under one roof and make it easier.